Greetings, greetings, greetings. What's up, my friends? I want to give you a little ammunition, a little education this morning, and have a little chat about improving and increasing your productivity and your team's productivity, results, checks, ranks, all that good stuff. So, yeah, numbers matter a lot, actually. So, and what does that mean by numbers matter? I want to make sure I clarify on what I'm talking about with you guys this morning. So, okay, here's the deal. Like first and foremost, if you're prospecting no one, you get no results. Period. End of story. You can't get a result if you don't ever prospect. And I don't care whether we're talking about online prospecting, offline prospecting. If you're not executing an intentional invite and saying, hey man, I've got this business or I got this cool product. I'd love to show you what I'm up to. Would you, sample my product or whatever it is? If you're not doing that activity at scale, then you are not getting results. Your check is going to show it. And so if you're ever wondering, hey, why am I not making money? Then, or your team members are saying, hey, why am I not making money? The metrics of the business matters. One of the reasons I track, I got a tracker right here. I talk about this damn thing all the time. I track my revenue producing activity, even someone who is as disciplined as I am. I've been in the office since 6:30 this morning. So dressed, showered, actually put on a dress shirt. I have no idea why, but I did. Felt like getting dressed up for you guys today or for myself. I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, so yeah, but here's the thing, like you got to understand it's both a numbers game and a people business. So it's a combination of those two things. So I have this guy, Glenn, for example, friend of mine who ran in multiple A teams. I think he did like 15 A teams in a row. It's if you don't know what that is, it's an accountability program I've been running since 2008. And it's interesting with Glenn, like every single A team, he always had like a new epiphany, some new aha, some new breakthrough moment. And I remember this one A team, I got him to get his numbers up, really focus on let's get your numbers up. Let's get your daily number of intentional business building reach outs up to a higher level. And so he did that for a number of weeks. But what was happening is he was so focused on just doing the numbers, just getting the numbers up. Like, okay, I got to get through I got to just max out my numbers, that he forgot about the relationship, the people side of the business. It's almost like as if, and he's a dude who totally cares. But during that time frame when he was focusing on the numbers, what he did was he got the numbers way up, but then it was like the conversations kind of didn't matter. Like, okay, I had to get through the conversation to get to the next one. So you need to speed up, and you need to make sure you're putting some numbers on the board, because just so you understand what I mean by numbers game, I don't know who's catching this. I don't know if you're brand new, if you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Falcone, with numbers? I mean, your prospecting numbers, like for every 10 reach outs, 10 invites that you do, you might enroll, 1, 2, 3 people. It depends on your skill sets, depends on, a number of different factors. So if you're only reaching out to one person a week, it's going to take you a while to get the numbers high enough on the board so that the ratios, the percentages work out in your favor in terms of enrollments. Because the reality is, no matter how good you are, how great your opportunity is, how wonderful and amazing your product is, the reality is that there is always, there's people that just, it's not the right time. They're not interested. They're not the right candidate. I mean, and you could be the greatest, most highly skilled, most charismatic person, the most whatever, and you're still not going to, you're still going to have a higher percentage of no's than you do yeses. In fact, I don't know anybody in network marketing that signs up, let's say we look at the numbers, like over 50% of the people that they talk to. I don't know anybody that does that. So you have to understand that in the short term, and this has been said, I'm sure, by me and by many people, in the short term, you're going to make up in numbers what you lack in skill. But the question that I have for you guys this morning is, are you tracking your numbers? Like if you asked me, Todd, even today, like, okay, like, hey, Todd, what have you done lately? I can sit here and I can roll through this thing and I can say, well, there's 25 on this one. There's 25 on this page. I can see the dates, the times. I track literally every single bit of revenue producing activity. in this log. And, so if you were my upline and you said, hey, man, okay, you're talking about how your check's not going good. Well, what have you done lately? And we're looking at, the numbers. Like, well, if I wasn't tracking my numbers, I'd be like, I'm not really sure what I've done. But I could sit here and say, well, I've reached out to 72 people in the last 17 days, if that was the case. And so this is why I think it's really important that you teach your people to track. I don't care how you do it, but tracking the revenue producing activities, like literally every single outgoing call, text, DM, Facebook message, email, whatever it is, anything that I'm doing a reach out with intent, with the intent of discussing business, if I called my brother to say, hey, what's up? How's it going? How's the family? That doesn't get logged. If I call my friend to say, hey, we're going to go play golf this weekend, that doesn't count. Intentional business building reach outs are all that count. And so you need to count those things to make it count. So look, I've been doing this for years. I started doing it to have a degree of my own self-discipline, to keep myself accountable in a business where nobody's going to hold you accountable. Nobody is ever going to hold you accountable, ever, not ever. Okay. Sponsor is going to be there for a little bit for you, but then if you're not showing up, they're going to go work with somebody who's showing up if they're smart. If you decide to show up, then they'll be if they're a good sponsor, then when you decide to show up, they'll show up. So again, but one other thing, don't get so speedy and so focused on I have to do the numbers, I have to get the numbers out, I got to get the numbers out, that you forget to go, okay, hey, I got this person on the phone, or I'm engaged in this conversation with them. Let's make this count. And so a great mental phrase in your mind which I would have you even put on a piece of paper if you need to, so that when you're, let's say it is a phone call. I'm on a call with somebody, or I'm on a Zoom with somebody, and I want to make it count. Wherever you are, be there. So instead of going, I got to get to the next one, while you're on the phone or while you're engaged with this next person, you can't wait to get to the next one. Make sure that conversation counts, that you're listening, you're using the 2 ears that God gave you, you're asking questions, you're paying attention, you're taking notes. Like, this is one of the other reasons I use this, is when I'm sitting here having a conversation with someone, I'm taking notes on that conversation. So my brain isn't good enough to remember all that stuff. So as the individual shares something with me, it's written down. This is a very simple business habit. It doesn't require that much discipline. It just requires a decision. And then, this thing's sitting on my desk at all times. It's not hard for me. In fact, it's very convenient for me to just sit here. And I literally, just before starting this live this morning, I went in there and I was on the Zoom with the guy, and there were certain notes that I put down, and those notes are going to go into that contact record for that person. So just a thought for the morning. And again, one more thing, A-Team is happening again. If you need to be pushed, if you need to be nudged, if you want to be taught how to track your numbers, how to get with it with your business metrics, and then be able to teach this to your team, and be held to a higher standard, I would come and play. Well, it's not really play, it's work, but we start, I think it's October 5th, maybe October 7th. I don't know the exact date. It's the first Monday of October. ToddFalcone.com/team, TEAM. That's the website for it. TODDFALCONE.com/team. We start first week of October. I'll help you run hard all the way to the first week before Christmas and get more done, learn a ton. You'll develop new habits. I promise you'll do more with it than you will without it. And we limit it. We cap it at 100 people. So as soon as we hit 100, you're going to have to wait till first quarter. So don't wait. Get yourself registered. In fact, better yet, bring a buddy, bring a few buddies. Imagine if you had a handful of your crew with you going, hey, we're going to do this Falcone A-Team thing for 90 days. We're going to do it together. You guys can make amazing things happen. So regardless, have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.